looking for my chapstick.
Yes, sir! Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the bumping. I just want everybody to know it is Khirey Akeem, aka Badass Busy, aka DJ Chili Chill, aka I Got Dope in the Basement. We are here with season 3 of the Dumb Ass Asshole. We're back. Yes, sir. Now, I will say this, my co-host, Archie Irving, is not here at the moment. He's having some phone trouble, and he also has a photo shoot. He may or may not make it, but with us being back for season 3, I would like to introduce my guest, my boy. He has a project coming out September 13th. His name is FlyyTheGod.
Yo, what's going on, man?
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good, man.
So this is all about you today. Since we're back, I actually like I do this. This will be my second straight season that we come back with the artist interview. That's how we did season 2. We're doing like season 3, and we're going to do that for the rest of the season coming up. But I promise, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be missing any more dates. I will be doing it either I'm doing it by myself or Dino will do it by himself. But FlyyTheGod, my boy, tell me, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate it. I'm glad to be here, especially the start of your 3rd season.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely thankful to be your first guest.
Dive right on into it, man. Tell us about the project, man. P.I.M.P. Poetry in Motion Player.
Ooh.
Tell them about that shit, bro.
So, it's my first complete project that's put together. So I'm very excited for it to come out. Really, it's supposed to be like a book, a poetry book of different vibes, because as people, we don't just feel one way all the time. And I know I don't. I get inspiration from different things, different people, different artists, and that's kind of what this tape is. It's a combination of all my inspirations coming together, and it's really me finally coming all together in one. There was multiple tapes that I said I want to drop, but it's actually more proof to myself that if we stay consistent, then I can do this. And I've actually found some good people, good engineers, good producers. So
awesome. Well, yeah, I've heard it. I'm not gonna reveal any information about it, but how do you feel about the project together as a whole? Because as me knowing you personally, I would like to say this is your first official project, because I don't think I count stuff when they're not seasoned. I just think that's just criminal, because it's I wasn't even prepared, and I think this is the first time you were all together. So what do you feel about the project? Do you call this your first release?
Yeah, definitely. This would definitely be my first release. I actually classify it as an EP. Honestly, I don't care if people think it flops or whatever that means, because I've always been taught success is what you define it as. And
what do you think flop is? What do you think a flop is? I know we talk about it a lot off mic. We can talk about it here, because my podcast is my podcast. I don't have any connections to anybody, so I don't hold any punches back. You know that. So what do you think a flop is? Because we know what a flop is, but what do you think a flop is to the people that may not know you?
A flop, man. I think a flop is it doesn't produce any results. But the funny thing about a flop, I think you know something a flop before you actually put it out there. Because it's kind of I feel like anything, you look at it like an ATM, you only gonna get out what you put in. And if you ain't been putting in nothing, you can't expect any money in there. Ain't nobody just putting money in your account. So
that's true. Well, for instance, Hip Hop Madness, shout out to Hip Hop Madness on YouTube. That's one of the guys I follow on YouTube. He just put out this list of top 10 rappers that fell off hard, when they had a substantial buzz. He put Troy Ave, which I don't think Troy Ave ever had a buzz, but that's just me. But he talked about his Major with a Deal album that only sold 5,000 copies. Now, see, the reason people got me, because Troy Ave is quote unquote an independent artist. 5,000 units sold, and that was before the streaming plateau. You know what I mean? 5,000 streaming units independent is a sensational sale. But because he hyped it up and praised it when it came out, everybody shitting on him, because he was like, this is gonna be the best album, it's gonna be the next New York classic. You know all that dumb shit the motherfuckers love to say when they drop shit. And it flopped, so that's why everybody was shitting on him, because they were like, oh, you thought it was gonna be this, but it wasn't. I don't necessarily think that's a flop, but because we don't like him as a person. I think a flop is when you put more in that you got back, personally. And that's why all these artists, and that's why all these artists, like we talked about the other night, that's why all these artists continue to, make sure that they, when and it's not number one or it's not 100K or whatever they projected to sell. When it's not that, they immediately switch up, and it's easy to do that now because everything's on streaming platforms. When it was only on that Piff and things like that, you couldn't just run around and say my shit is an album or an EP or whatever. You had to call it for what it was. If it was on that Piff, it was a mixtape.
Right.
If your shit was on iTunes and stuff, then that's when it gets a little shifty. But I think the conversation shifts up so much because, unfortunately, like Knife Wonder said a long time ago, if it's all original music, if it's mixed, it's mastered, it's engineered, that's an album.
Well,
and with the 7-song format Kanye did with Good Music last year with Pusha, Kissy Ghost, Tiana, even that terrible Nas album. Sorry, Nas, but like that's another thing. Like, what can we really call albums now? People are just putting out shit and they're saying whatever. Like Drake is dropping 2-packs and calling them EPs like he did with Scary Hours last year with the Diplomatic Immunity and God's Plan, and this year with Money on the Grave and Inertia, if I'm saying that right. It's like, damn, dude, these are 2 songs, bro. You could have dropped 2 singles. Like, that's not an EP. And then they're calling them projects, and it's just kind of like, well, what is a project? So what is the project to you?
Well, I know this was a project to me because, excuse me, because of everything that went into it. Like that's again why I said it's my first complete project because I did so much. A lot of people don't know that I went to Kentucky to go record the tape, and not necessarily record the tape, but the people I met were from that area. I like to travel, and it was more about building a relationship because I wanted a committee of people that I can work with for a long period of time. I don't want to just meet this producer and meet this engineer today and then send them this little money and then never hear from them again. Like, I want to make consistent music. And if I build relationships with good, consistent people and I keep good talent around, I'm not going to get bad music. I always feel how you start is how you finish. And I know a lot of people that are in business and have their own, contacts, but I didn't want to go through them to get people. I wanted to kind of branch out and do it on my own and prove to myself that I could actually do this. And so this was more than just the music for me. It was proving it to myself that I do belong here. I can do this because I actually wanted to do this when I was younger, but I thought it could be a overnight celebrity for
a deal.
Yeah.
So you came into it for I can get a quick buck at first.
I won't say at first, but I just thought, kind of like Nipsey said in one of his interviews, how he was rapping at 10 years old and he felt like he was nice that he shit nice, but at the same time, Nipsey wasn't rapping in front of people. He wasn't, walking in people's houses and, just singing his music or whatnot. Yeah. But he was writing lyrics and I was kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And
I was the same way when I was in high school. I was like, well, I'm better than everybody. I should have been popping. But, it takes a work ethic and a time. It takes work ethic and time and a real grind factor. You got to think, Nipsey, rest in peace to the God. Nipsey blew up at 31. Isn't that crazy? And you see these young dudes, because they always say rap is a young man's game. And that's true, but it's not at the same time because these young dudes, they're not going past 1, 2, 3 years. They're not even making it that long. Look at everybody on the 2016 freshman list. You had Lil Uzi, Lil Yachty, Kodak Black, Denzel Curry, 21 Savage, Lil Dicky, Designer, Anderson .Paak. Now I could actually make an argument because Anderson .Paak, Lil Dicky, Lil Uzi, and 21, and Denzel Curry. So 5 out of 5. Because Lil Yachty's on the way out, whether he believes it or not. His business acumen is there, but the music is teetering off. We don't care anymore. But 5 out of 5, let's say that. So half of that freshman class, they're on their way out. And the other 5 are getting into that second level of their careers. I think that's what rappers forget. There's always, you have to have tiers of leveling in your career. You can't just stay at one level, because if you stay at that one level, then you get left behind. You have to always move up. That's why like Kendrick, if you've been listening to Kendrick, you started where most people probably started Overly Dedicated or Section 80. Most people. I was on the Kendrick, the C4 tape he did when he was K-Dot, and EP, but so watching the gradual growth that he had to go through to get to where he was, and the records used to sound like pure shit. Like Overly Dedicated sounds like shit. But see that's what we always talk about. That's why I tell you, bro, I don't care how the music sounds. If it's good, it's good. You can tell. Mm-hmm. Because you can also tell the budget behind it. Because sometimes I think records that are too polished, it takes away from the rawness of it. That's why even my songs that are mixed, like the songs I'm releasing are not mixed, and this isn't about me, this is about you. But the songs that aren't mixed, I'm just putting them out because it's like you can tell. Like I'm just putting it out because they've been on my laptop for months and months and months. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like fuck it. I'm not gonna waste my time mixing. Just put it out. But that's another thing. Like I think a lot of people don't give Joe Budden credit on that because he was the one that would records. He was like fuck it. If you're not gonna mix my shit, because Joe was making money, but he wasn't making money. You know what I'm saying? Joe is part of that older demographic that didn't have their business acumen together. So Joe was just putting out records, but she was like, damn, this dude nice. So with that being said, with the whole traveling to Kentucky and making... First of all, let me ask that. Is it cool? Does that give you like an artist experience that you had to travel to, you know what I'm saying, record your project? I think that's kind of cool because it's like the city you live in, which is Atlanta, you didn't record there. It's kind of like, fuck this city, I'm going somewhere else. I think that's pretty fucking dope.
Well, it wasn't nothing like that. Once again, it was all about proving it to myself, and I actually drove to Kentucky the second time. The first time I caught a bus. Yeah. And it just happened to be perfect timing because I found the beats. I talked to the dude. We had our arrangement, and then we was like, well, shit. I was like, I'm off on the weekends. And he was like, well, shit, you trying to link up? I was like, yeah. And I was like, well, shoot, I come out there on 420. So it was like, I'd be in a whole nother city for smoking and shit on some vibe and shit. And we was happened to be music. And like I said, it was about building a relationship. But on the bus ride there, because I left straight from work, came home, got ready, and I dipped. When I was on a bus ride there, I was sitting there thinking, and I was just like
bus ride where? I'm sorry.
On the bus ride to Lexington.
So you caught the bus, you didn't drive?
Yeah, I caught the bus the first time.
The mega bus? The first time?
Yeah.
How many times did you go to Kentucky to record this?
I went twice.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first ride up there, like I said, just being on the bus and sitting there like, wow. Like I went out of town any other time to chill and kick it with people I know, but this time like it's on some like I'm going out there to record and lay down some music. I'm vibing too, but I also got a business mindset, and I'm like, it made me put things in perspective. Like, well, if I can do this, now that means I can do it. Period. This is me actually investing in myself, so I can do this when I get to Atlanta. Just find the right people. But like I said,
save you some travel time, mileage.
But overall, it let me know like, hey, you can do this. You're investing in yourself. This is you doing this.
That's it.
And
that's how it starts. Once you put the money behind this, like there is no going back. You're pretty much in. It's either all in, all money out, and that's shout out to Nipsey again. But so with that being said, now that you are back in Atlanta, now that you have a project, have you met some certain people? You don't have to name no names, but have you met certain people that you feel like you have that rapport with? That you can say, hey, I can actually go to them and get that sound that I want. I can record here. So far, I mean, you just recently got your EP back, so I'm pretty.
I haven't yet. I'm still looking. Just really expanding. And I've met them. I really just got to get in the studio and just kind of shoot the money out there and see what I get back. Like I said, I pay for quality. It's two people on my radar, and I just once I listen to some of their music and listen to their quality, I'm pretty sure I know. And like I said, one of the people was actually a female. Her name is I'm gonna say Miss Jordan. She goes by Pretty Girl Beats.
Tag her socials.
Yeah, I'll tag her socials. It's at Pretty Girl Beats on Instagram, and she has a website too. And so I actually wanted to work with her as well. I was gonna get 2 beats from her and let her record it. That's kind of how I ended up in Kentucky. It's kind of like a loyalty type. Well, if I got the beat from you, I kind of want you to record it.
Yeah.
So that's just how I felt about it. So
okay. Now, with that being said, I know I have to ask the cliche rapper question, unfortunately, in all these artist interviews that I do. So, let me get this out the way so we can keep delving in this wonderful conversation we're having. Who are your influences? Why do they influence you? And that moment you knew you wanted to be a rapper.
Oh, man. So, the moment I knew I wanted to do music would, I guess, it'd be the cliche time Lil Wayne was coming out. Mm-hmm. But I was always kind of like writing poetry. I thought poetry was cool. And I used to, excuse me, I used to look up, kind of listen to Tupac a little bit, but Lil Wayne definitely. And then, yep. Yeah, that's good right there.
But anyways, sorry for that, ladies and gentlemen. We had to punch back in, but you were saying Lil Wayne, and then I had to pause you because we had to do something.
But Wayne, Currency, once I, around like 2010, 2009, 10, Currency, my partner had put me on Wiz, and really they were actually like linked up at the same time or linking at the same time, but once I got on Currency, I kind of really tuned a lot of other music out because his music, it kind of like really just spoke. When I got on Nipsey, I had to integrate him into the circle because it was on the same wave that Currency was on, and it was just real music that just got me through everything. It helped me keep me focused, helped me keep my nose. And what was the other questions you had?
I asked you who are your influences, why they influence you, and then I asked you what made you start rapping, and you answered the.
Oh, okay, and why Currency, Nipsey? I'll actually say Young Thug is an influence, because they, listening to them, it was more about always being yourself, and if you ain't got it, don't act like you do. Just wait till you do, and then you stun on them when you do.
Well, I can actually contradict that because Meek Mill said a long time ago that he was rapping about shit he didn't have because he was speaking it into existence because he felt like he knew he was gonna have it.
Okay, and I understand that. I definitely understand that, but we talking about kind of like me and you had a conversation earlier when you was talking about MC Lyte saying if you come talking about the money you got already,
the debut album conversation we had.
Yeah,
I remember.
I'm not gonna want to listen to your story. Not to say that you don't necessarily have the money, but like if let's be real, if you really got it already, like, and you just doing this just cause like is there really gonna be any kind of passion behind it?
I think that's what kind of makes me disillusioned, or maybe more so uninterested in like sport rappers, athlete rappers, like basically NBA players. Yeah. Dame Dollar makes an exception because this project he just recently dropped. I was like, oh, okay. But I also saw him spit on Sway, and that was like one thing. Freestyling and actually making records is one thing, but he said on Joe Budden's podcast that he had, up until that point, he had never recorded. It was after that recording, but he was nice on that freestyle. But it just, you could tell that he wasn't seasoned in the studio. Seasoned in the studio is a little more different than freestyle, because like you can freestyle on the block with your homies and shit because it sounds great because y'all, you know, on the corner, y'all right. Smoking, y'all drinking, yada yada yada. It's like So
well, I got the classic going. What's that like? That was like 2011.
Sorry for the interruption. My co-host text me right now, y'all. My bad for that, but he just asked me about the podcast. I'm trying to get him in here, but I hope it works out. It may or may not.
Dino.
But regardless of that, what was I saying prior? Oh, the NBA rapper athlete thing. But yeah, because like for homies, bro, it's just like one thing. But being in the studio, not yelling at the mic, because yelling at the mic makes the mic clip.
Oh God.
and all that. It's a lot that goes into it, bro. That's why it's like, are you seasoned? You know, now aggression and passion is different, but when you're blah, 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 like, we don't want to hear that, bro. Refraining from that though, you've yet to name your influences. You don't have to though. But with this project, what do you oversee happening? Do you see?
Just gain some traction, gain some good traction, and see who's really actually vibing with my music, because I do feel like it'll be a breath of fresh air. It's not the typical music, I guess you could say, comes from the South or Atlanta. I'm not trying to put us in a category, but I'm not a trap rapper. I love trap rap, but that's not me. I have a lot of different influences. I'm very diverse, a very diverse person, so my music is gonna be diverse, even though I may listen to a specific artist a consistent amount of the time. I do branch out from time to time. I always have open ears. I'm always open to things that look, seeing as, the art in my home and how I decorate and, just my mind itself. So I think that's all that entails into my music, and that's why I do listen to these artists, because they do the same. It's like their life is through the music. So the artists I listen to would be my influences. And
who are they?
Nipsey. I listen to Thug. I listen to Currency. Crit. J. Cole. Uzi. I'm not really on the Migos like that. Every now and then.
Well, just name your influences. You don't have to name nobody else but them.
That was who people that I listen to. I definitely listen to my homies a lot. Vibe, shout out to Vibe. Y'all go get his tape, Gray Hoodie. He has White Tea season dropping soon as well. Y'all go get that. Follow him on Instagram at stoner_vibe. Once again, that is at stoner_vibe with 2 eyes.
Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually sorry because I'm really trying to get my co-host here for this podcast, so I'm a little bit running back and forth or whatever. But my boy FlyyTheGod is holding it down for us at this moment. But nonetheless, now we can talk some shit. Now that we got all the artist bullshit out the way, now let's get to being the dumbasses that we are. The dumbass assholes, by the way. And so anyways, with the whole landscape of music, bro, just kick it to me, bro. How do you feel about everything? How do you feel about the streaming bullshit? How do you feel about all that bullshit?
Oh man.
How do you feel about streaming bullshit? How do you feel about musicians using these schemes to get the streams a little bit higher? How do you feel about now then leading them, then adding songs?
It's like a double-edged sword. And it kind of seems like things are repeating itself. Like, like I said, when I started music, it seemed like you could just do music and boom, you could blow up and you're famous, you know what I'm saying? You got all this money or whatnot. I don't really care about the famous shit, but the money, yeah. So with the streaming, it gives you that same appearance once again. If you drop some music and you get people to stream your shit, you can make all this money and you can be a big time rapper. It does the same thing. So it's not really like, how do I say it? It's not really surprising. It's kind of like if you are old enough to see it have happened and even pay attention to it, then you just like
I think the problem that I have with it is more so to the fact that everybody's playing the game. It's like Instagram. Rap is Instagram now because everybody only shows you what they want you to see. For instance, like, oh, my song off my album did this many streams. Well, how about you show the rest of the songs too, bro? Don't just show the one that's doing good. How about show them all, you know? Give people the landscape of reality. Like, don't make people just... That's why rappers are always trying to do whatever to stay relevant attention and clout chasing, like the children say or whatever, because they feel like they have to, because they feel like they have to follow what these dudes are doing, because these dudes are only showing you the good stats. That's like the whole streaming wars with Netflix and Disney and Hulu, and that Disney's only showing you their numbers. Well, Netflix is showing you their numbers, but nobody shows you the competition numbers or the numbers that are doing bad. And as you should, before you say what you got to say, as you should show you're good, but be real about it too. Don't just make it like everything on your album is doing good. Russ said that in his Joe Budden pull up. He said that when I was dropping some projects, I would notice my first song had a bunch of plays, but the others didn't, or the big name feature song would have a lot of plays. So it's just like, let's start putting reality to this shit. Let's stop having this landscape of unrealistic views. That's why the internet has people so isolated, and they feel like they have to appeal to other people. I think we just all need to just start putting reality to it. Streaming is, and I tell people this all the time, streaming is bullshit, bro. It's not real numbers, bro. It's calculated, fabricated numbers to make niggas that aren't popping seem like they're popping, bro. I tell people this all the time, and I told you this. Don't look at the stream numbers. Look at the album, the actual pure album sales. That tells you everything about these artists. So I had to go on my little spiel for that right quick, but tell me how you feel about that, and tell me how you feel about what I just said. And
well, obviously, you know, you definitely well advanced in the music history and the business side of it.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So I can't, you know, argue that much. But from what I do know and what I've seen, you know, it's a business. I'm not gonna give necessarily the opposition and I'm not saying opposition because they're enemies, but they are in a sense because it's a business. I'm promoting me. I'm not gonna promote my bad stuff. I'm gonna keep it real and keep my realistic views to myself. Yeah. But yes, I want to promote what I feel like the audience wants, so they're gonna be attracted to me.
Yes.
And so, yeah, you're going to hear about my good streaming numbers. Yeah, you're going to hear about my good stuff. The only people that's really going to know about my bad shit is my competition. But just like they know about my bad shit, I know about their bad shit. If I don't know about their bad shit, that's when they have the upper hand and they can play. But since I know, it's just nothing but competition back and forth. And so, I really, as far as a business standpoint, I don't knock the hustle. But as far as a personal standpoint, which business and personal you shouldn't mix, as a personal standpoint, I'm only gonna be me, and I'm gonna be real. My music will stay the way it is because I always feel like you put you into
the conversation I really want to have, and that you my dog, so I get to have this.
I feel like you put you in your art itself, and I put music under that category of art. The best artists always put them into their art. So, and they live throughout their art. That's how they leave their legacy.
Okay. What is real? What is real in hip hop?
Real is real. Real is you. Whoever you are. Okay, let's if we were compare music to per se, you know, how a person carries himself on the field and off the field. You know, you say, well, that's a good person, or like how the person, like that one captain that he does everything right on the field, and then off the field he's a good person in the community and he gives back and he's a good family person at home, whatnot. You know, if all of that shows, then you see the authenticity in that. He doesn't have to go around and speak it and show. So in your music, you can feel like when rap, oh, he just flexing. You know what I'm saying? And then you can feel when somebody's authentic in their music and they don't, they don't have to show that they got this money now for the ones that do. Yeah, but there's plenty documentaries that show that all these rappers that look like they had it, they don't have it at the end of the day. Yes. Because
imagery,
it's a loan, it's an advance. And all the rappers per se that take the underground route, they might not look like per se that they don't have it, but they do.
Okay, now with that being said, to me, real isn't real. No reality in hip hop because it's all fake. Even the rappers that we deem to be real, there's something about them. It's always a niche, bro. Everybody has a niche, whether they believe it or not. J. Cole, I'm his imagery. I'm that down to earth guy. That's his niche. That's not good. That's not bad. I'm glad his niche is like that, but it's still a niche regardless of not. Everybody has a quirk and a niche. Kendrick is I'm that futuristic, artistic, jazz fusion, deep, third eye individual. It's Kendrick. That's his niche. Niches are different from quirks. Quirks are bad. Niches are good. So quirks is when you need that to make people want to listen to your music, and that's the Instagram era, the Snapchat era, every era that we have where these dudes would be like 6ix9ine. We all knew that nigga was a fake. We all knew he was a fraud. We knew that. But these kids that follow music, they don't live by the street code. But what people failed to realize is the street niggas are back, bro. The streets run hip-hop and always have and always will. But the difference now is that the street niggas are on the internet. They know how to use this shit now. See, when the internet first came out, the street niggas didn't know how. That's where all these nerd niggas came from. That's why we was talking about the cat and Lil Tecca the other night. That's why niggas like him can get on right now, but guess how long that lasts? Look at Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty came in with, and I liked Lil Yachty when he first came out. He came in with a different sound. It was like lullaby trap. And I was like, I can fuck with this, man. But then he got with QC, and now all of a sudden you tough, you a gangster, and you talking about running off of niggas. Who want to smoke? Who want to smoke? Like, nigga, you got red dreads. We don't take you seriously, bro. Especially you, nigga. You sound like, and of course this has been said numerous times, but you sound like Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, bro. We don't take you seriously, bro. And that's not to knock him in any way, shape, or form. That man is getting his money, and so that's the thing. I think we have to separate hatred and just state an opinion.
But like I said, like if you break it, for me, if people just break it down to the most simplest aspect of it, when you come to music, at least this music industry,
yes,
it becomes a business. That's why everybody has their niche, because you enter in a different realm. People, That's why there's the music industry and there's the underground.
But what is the underground now?
Hold up. Artists that take the underground route, I feel like they take the underground route to maintain their authenticity. And those that go mainstream, not all of them, I won't say all, but most that go mainstream, in other words, sign a deal per se, I don't want to say they lose their authenticity, but they have to run the business. They're now signed somebody's label. They have to make the business what they want in order to get what they want. You get what I'm saying? They can't really move the way they want to move. They always have to move within a certain boundary, you know.
So my question is, you're independent. Wonderful. Stay that way. Why are artists still... See, Nipsey had a partnership. Partnerships are different. My thing with artists is that why are we still, now that we have all the knowledge that we have, why are we still signing to labels? Why are we still shitting on the A&R like myself? Why are we still... Everybody
doesn't want to, and everybody doesn't have the capacity to do their own thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the old generation used to always say, it's a dirty job, but somebody got to do it.
It's true.
You know, there's people out here in this world that do not have a problem with waking up, working a 9 to 5, and going to sleep every day. They have no problem with that. They know where their paycheck comes from. They know where their food comes from. They know where their house comes from. Yeah, so with them knowing that and people getting confident in that, some people get complacent in that and they work that job for 30 years, 40 years. And
I never understood, especially with my job, which is dishwashing. Like, we just recently had a worker, he was 62, and he's been doing that all his life, and I'm just like, dog, like, you didn't have no aspiration to do anything outside of this. But like you said, some people are complacent there, so that leads to the music. People are just comfortable saying, okay, well, because to me, that's the older business model, bro. Okay, I got put out some music, I need a record deal, I get the record deal, I get my advance, and then that's it. That's the older model now, bro. You got these kids now, because you got all these distribution sites, bro, because back in the day, you couldn't just put it out, you know what I'm saying? You had to really, like, make a demo tape, then go shop it around the labels, and then had to hope the labels wanted to sign you. Now we're in that demographic where it's like, bro, you are your label, bro. You get all your money, like you use DistroKid, some people use Tune. I use Record Union, which I A&R for, so I don't have to pay for it because I'm an A&R for them. So when I put my music, I just put it out, but I use them. You know what I'm saying? You got all this shit, bro, that you can use to put your shit up, yet you have motherfuckers that are still like, oh man, I need the label. You don't. Hell, even Spotify just recently did something where you can upload your shit. I don't know, like, I need to dive more into that, but what I was about to talk about earlier is about a flop. I want to delve back into that. We're circling back around, but like what I say about pure album sales, for instance, Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy did 255K album equivalent units in its first week. Now this is a difference though. This is her impact because this is good. She had 103K pure album sales. That's great. Great. Now I'm pointing this out for you because this is about to kill you. And we love this guy. He's gonna make both of us mad, but it's the truth. Our guy Thugger, so much fun, and I'm actually fact checking myself while I'm doing this. So I don't want people to think I'm stopping because I'm not trying to fact check myself. I'm trying to make sure everything we say, because I know last year y'all shitted on us for not having our facts right. We're sorry. We're improving on that. Fuck y'all. Thugs just got his first number one with So Much Fun. 131K album equivalent units. Right now, watch this. 5K pure album sales. That's all I gotta say. Drops mic. You feel me, bro? That's the thing people need to look at. Stop looking at the number that they put at you first. I did 131K. Yeah, but how many people went to the store and bought that shit? Streaming is one, but how many people went and bought that shit, bro?
Well, there's that. I know a lot of artists use the model as well. They do it to do shows. A lot of artists like to go on tour. A lot of artists get their money from shows, and I think they like that more because they get their money up front. You get what I'm saying? So, if the stream,
unless you're in a 360 or 113.
Yeah, and if the streams equivalent to show money, yeah, then I can't. Like I said, I can't knock the hustle. There's always a motive, and Thug, you know, Thug from the street, so you know he'll hustle, so you know he's getting his.
Well, Thug is different. Yeah. Thug's business, because he's under Leo Cohen, your business is out down. If you're not a drug addict, your business is down. Mm-hmm. Leo Cohen's gonna make sure your business is down. Both gotta succeed, because if y'all both don't succeed, neither one of y'all are getting money when you're with Leo Cohen. That's just a fact. Like, if y'all, now that being said, Leo Cohen is part of YouTube Music now. I don't necessarily know if he's still with 300 Entertainment or not. But whatever that case may be, because let me point something that Leo Cohen said back in the Breakfast Club interview he did last year. He was like, think of the Migos, Culture 1, Culture 2. He was like, I was a part of Culture 1. What happened with Culture 2? And at the Breakfast Club, Charlie Envy and they was looking around, and then actually he just went out and said shit like, well, I like Culture 1 better. And he was like, bingo. He was a part of Culture 1. Culture 2, he wasn't a part of, and that shit sucks. Culture 1 is a classic. Culture 2, nah, that shit sucks. You can keep every 24 of those songs on that album, except Walking Like a Talking. I like that shit. Let me not act like I don't like that shit. Oh, and of course Motorsport, but whatever. We know that bullshit, hype behind that. But that's the thing, bro. I tell these people all the time. You can lie to yourself all you want, but when the facts are right there in front of you, it's right there. And I do agree with you. If the streaming numbers do result to the shows, then that's fine, but it doesn't. That's the thing, bro. Streaming is easy because streaming is like, if I don't like this, I can just delete it. Buying an album is like, I bought it. I can't return this shit. You can, but it's not a high likelihood that you want to go back out and do that. Streaming, it's accessible. It's right here. I download the album. Okay, this album sucks. Fuck it. Delete.
Well, I guess that's all why it goes back to having a fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, going underground.
But that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. Rappers have yet to establish, do they want to be famous or do y'all want to be wealthy? Nobody wants to answer that question. Because people want to be seen, bro. That's why producers are rappers now. Why? Why can't y'all just stay in the background? Why did Metro Boomin drop an album last year after being in a quote-unquote retirement? Why is Murder Beats a rapper now? Why is Southside a rapper now? Pierre Bourne, the nigga that made Playboy Cardi's hit. What was it? Magnolia. You're a rapper. Why? But see, the producers now, I will, because I am one, so I will make a plea for them that they're not getting all the money that they deserve for their beats, because some of these dudes, you know, you get paid up front and that's it. You don't get the royalties behind the song. And that's why I keep telling people producers need to make a union, because that way y'all can't keep getting shitted on. Like, especially in the mixtape days, the era that we grew up in, bro, with Dat Piff, a lot of niggas will hit you with that, hey bro, let me use the beat. I put your name in the title. So you get your credit, but you don't get no money.
So how would we correct that instead of, like, you know what I'm saying? Because why as a rapper? No, wait. Why as a rapper? Okay, so you offer us the beat to give us exclusive rights as long as we give you credit, but then.
Let me interrupt you. That's the thing. They're not offering exclusive rights. It's like the YouTube beat thing, bro. Oh, you can use it on your free mixtape. Just give my name. But see, that's what they don't. That's what the labels are doing today now, because the labels found a way around that, bro. So we don't have to pay the producer. We'll just say, hey, this is for a free mixtape. Then what they'll do is they'll put that mixtape on streaming services. So how is it a free mixtape when y'all are profiting from it, but I'm getting nothing? Well, that's how the labels found a way around. And then the producers can't sue because they found a way around it, because they can tell the lawsuit it's a mixtape.
But why they can't say that? The mixtape is allowing them to do, you know, make profit.
But that's the thing, bro. There's no proof.
Why isn't there?
Because just because it's on streaming platforms and things like that, there's no actual proof that.
Okay, but if a specific song that is performed at a show is on a specific mixtape that you say is only for they can
hit the court with this is for promotional use only.
They can't even sit there and be like, well, they show that they're making money off the streams.
Even that, but that's when they hit you. It's promotional use only. And these labels higher up have the best lawyers, so they can work a way around it to say promotional use only, or there's no validation that states that we are making profit off of this. Now, of course, you guys can fact check me, and I would love it if you guys fact check me, because I would like to be more factually correct this year on the podcast. I don't want another season of Twitter mentions this year, but I know for a fact, especially with me being a producer myself, bro, that's why that's why when you see YB in the mirror, he did the song that blew him up was Rubbing Off the Paint. He only paid $250 for that beat off of YouTube, and that song went crazy, but the producer only got $250, and now this nigga is blowing up. He doing shows, tours, this, that, and the third, and this producer's still sitting at home like, well, what do? I only made $250. That don't even pay rent. Might pay your car note or your car insurance, you know what I'm saying? But that's it.
I don't know what to say about that. It is a short end of the stick, but
I'm about to put you on like substantially, because I want you to know this, because I think this is funny, because even when I upload my songs, and what I do when I upload my songs is that I put, like the old mixtape days, I put the produced by whomever, so they know, so that person get traction, right?
No, I do, of course.
So look at that. That's my new song that's coming out tomorrow, correct?
Right. Now,
when I uploaded it, I'm going to let you see that later on, but when I uploaded it, I put produced by myself, because it is. I put in the title of the song, produced by Khirey Akeem. That shit does not have the produced by Khirey Akeem. It just has a song title. They took that off, so that you don't know who produced it, because they found a way around it, bro. I'm telling you, these niggas know what they're doing, bro.
Well,
they know.
I always I only put that I have credits for the lyrics because that's the only thing I come with up with. I buy my beats. If I didn't have producers and engineers,
that's the thing. That's how they find a way around it, bro. Because my song, I made it, I produced it, I recorded it, I wrote it, and they took my little you know how the mixtapes used to have produced in parentheses.
Yeah.
I put that on the song, and they took it off, and I'm gonna let you see when I uploaded it, so you can see that I'm not bullshitting you. I definitely did that, and they took it off.
Well, maybe we should start featuring the producer and put the producer on there as a writer or a composer.
That could
because
help.
that's what ASCAP does.
Yes.
So maybe if we put featuring them, they'll get their royalty because they are actually featured. Because
When I was with BMI, I had a year deal with BMI for publishing or whatnot. My beat placements, which I only had one that year. My beat placements, that royalty, because the nigga I produced for, he tried to do some funny business where he didn't pay me, but I was like, it's cool because I'm gonna get paid regardless because I'm under BMI. You stole the beat from me. That's fine. I'm gonna get mine whether you think I'm not. I made sure I shifted because he didn't have nothing. He had no publishing, but I do. So he used my beat. So I made sure I contacted BMI and said, when this song comes out, please make sure all the money comes directly to me. And it did. See, that's the thing. Your business acumen is together. You need publishing when you make music. You need publishing. You need all that. You need lawyers. You need your fees. You need everything. And when it's not together, shit like that can happen. That's how the powers that be can overlap the little people, bro. Because if your business isn't together, they can just come in. Oh, let me take this. What's that guy's name that made that I Know song with Rich Homie Quan? Yo Gotti stole that song from him, by the way. I just want people to know that. That I Know song, it was somebody else. Young Book. That, remember him? The Atlanta rapper Young Book? He used to write one with Rich. He did songs with Rich Kids and all them, but he did that song, Rich Homie Quan, I Know, and they kicked him off the song.
Oh, wow.
That's how it happens, bro. For instance, you bring a song to your label, they don't want you on it, they know somebody bigger wants it, they can throw you off of it, bro, because you're the little man, the big. Nicki Minaj did that with K. Michelle. She stole K. Michelle's song by Yeah, and I don't care. Y'all can come at me and cease and desist me again, but y'all ain't never gonna make me stop me from telling the truth, and that's just a fact. So with that, yeah, because that's why K. Michelle doesn't like Nicki Minaj, and she said this on Everyday Struggle when she was with Joe Budden and DJ Academics in 2017. She was like, I never had a problem with Nicki Minaj, but she thought me and Meek Mill had a thing going on, so she used her power to take my song, because that By Heart song with Nicki and Meek Mill, that's on her Nicki Minaj's 2014 album, The Pink Print, it was a bonus track. See how she did it? She didn't put it on the standard, she made sure it was a bonus track just to add a little insult to injury. But yeah, K. Michelle was like, when she found out about that, Atlantic contacted her and said, this isn't your song anymore, and that was it. She had verses, and all they did was they kept Meek Mill's parts and took her verses off and put Nicki Minaj insert verse here. Nicki just did that with Cardi. Future was on Drip. That song on her album, I don't know if you listen to Cardi, but her song with the Migos came through dripping. Drip, drip.
Yeah.
Future was on that song. But Future and Nicki were touring together. So Nicki told Future, if you're on the song with my enemy, we can't tour together. So Future said, I gotta pull my verse off. It's a dirty, it's a doggy dog world, nigga, my nigga.
Damn.
It's a doggy world, bro. It's a crazy industry, bro. It's more stories of niggas being taken, bro. Way more.
That shit crazy.
That's the thing, bro. Why would you give a song? That's why Tyler's recent album, Igor, fantastic. Tyler, the Creator, it's fantastic. But
I'm sorry, forgive me for that. I did not get that or listen to it yet.
That's fine.
Give it a shot.
You should. After I tell you why, you'll be like, damn, I should check it out. He was asking tons of big name features to be on his album. Solange was on it, Lil Uzi was on it, Ye was on it. It's a few other people that I can't remember right off the top. I will fact check that right now. But a lot of people he was asking to sing, like Earthquake. He asked tons of singers. Now, I'm not going to put those singers under the bus, but he was asking tons of singers to sing on it. And they were, so Tyler can't sing. So instead, he said, well, then since nobody will be on sing this for me, I'll sing it myself. and he would pitch the shift and make the vocals listenable. Because when you can't sing, it's only so much you can do for when you can't sing.
Right.
So he pitch shifted his vocals to make sure that it was, you know what I'm saying, enough to where it's bearable. And this man has probably one of the best albums this year. Just by taking that initiative to say, fuck y'all, I can do it.
Those were my middle fingers going up in the air.
But that's why, and I think that's why Texas Hold'em from your project, I don't know if it's too early for me to be naming.
Nah, that's cool.
But cool. Yeah, I think that chorus is starting to grow on me because I see like, damn, you know, we really don't know singers. And every time you play it, it just keeps constantly growing in my head. And I'm like, you know, I can't stand it, but now I'm kind of starting to, because it's catchy.
It's just me, man. I'm just giving them me. That's all I can. That's all I will.
Now, the people that are featured on this lovely Igor album, Playboy Cardi, who was also on Earthquake, Gerard Carmichael on Exactly What You Run. No, excuse me. I think that's a sample. No, Jared Carmichael. He's on the project. Kanye, Playboy Cardi, Lil Uzi, and those are the only people that's featured on the album. And Charlie Wilson, because he did background vocals on Earthquake, of course. Yeah, that's it.
It's not a lot.
No, because he got rejected. Nicki Minaj and Kanye rejected him on Flower Boy because he wanted them on I Ain't Got Time, but they kind of was like, nah, that doesn't fit for us. That wasn't like that's different from what we're talking about. It wasn't like they shitted on him. And it was just like, we don't have the time for this to do the record. Because touring and shit, I get it. But that's the thing, bro. And that's what Nicki Minaj fails to realize. Back to full circle. Your power's running out. Now the power's slipping away from you. And now you're mad because you can't control stuff like you used to. I can tell you something else, but I'm gonna tell you that off air because I don't need no more cease and desist from Nicki fans and her lawyers. I don't need any more of that shit. Y'all won't delete another one of my episodes. But yeah. But that's the thing, bro. The industry is crazy, bro. That's why whenever we have these conversations, bro, that's one thing about my podcast, bro. I don't have no connection to none of you niggas. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all, bro. I don't know name one of you motherfuckers. I don't give a shit about none of you motherfuckers. I had to tell my co-host, Dino, and by the way, fan, he's not gonna be here, unfortunately. We're like 51 minutes into this podcast. But we love you, bro, and we'll make sure you're on. We'll make sure you're on next episode. But yeah, bro, that's the thing, bro. It's like, bro, I don't have no connection to none of you niggas. I don't owe y'all nothing. That's the thing, bro. They never hear the good stuff you say about them. They only hear the bad. They don't hear when you're praising them. They only hear when you're shitting on them. And I don't even think it's shitting, bro. The world needs to stop making everything like you shitting on. Bro, I have an opinion. I can have an opinion. I have the right to have an opinion. We don't have to fight about me having an opinion. Okay. And now what I said about all that Nicki Minaj shit, that's factual, but that's shit that's factual in the sense that they didn't want you to know it, but we found out. You know what I'm saying? But,
secret facts.
But like even that, bro, like for instance, I think that Megatron song she just dropped is terrible. Okay.
I didn't listen to it.
Don't. Save yourself. I'll give you a glimpse of it right now. Am I still connected to the Bluetooth?
How you gonna say save myself and then give me a glimpse?
Just because
that's
my thing on my podcast, bro. Whenever I say something and if somebody hasn't heard it, you have to.
It's like killing me softly.
I guess so. I mean, you know, sometimes you gotta kill them softly, man.
Oh man.
But see, that's why I love this, because this, bro. My conversations, bro. We ain't sitting here to be. We did our interview process. We got that shit over with, and we're still recording. Just in case you thought we didn't, you thought we weren't. We're still recording. But yeah, bro. Listen to this shit. I'm just gonna let you hear a little, because I can't play full songs on here, because then I'm gonna get in trouble by the motherfuckers that love to take. Like I'm play 15 seconds. Oh, look at this shit. My phone's not loading for some odd particular reason. Damn, I'm about to say, come on.
I remember when she first came out.
Nicki was the bomb, bro. I loved her, but then you found out. But Lil' Kim said in her Breakfast Club interview a long time ago, bro, she said Nicki always wanted to be the only one. The divide in women hip hop is because of Nicki. Nicki always wanted to be the only one, and that's why she's upset. That's why she's trying to act like she likes Meg. I know I'm not gonna say trying to act like she may genuinely like Meg Thee Stallion. Trying to hang out with them and shit, because all the young girls fuck with Cardi, because Cardi never hated on nobody. She showed love, always. Come on. And this is her new song, Megatron. I know we're a little bit late, but we're just starting the season, so fuck y'all. Now I'll make sure I talk over it because of course we have to talk over it so that we won't get in trouble. But yeah, bro, like this is it. Anyways, we gotta keep talking.
Oh man, see, like the name throws it off for me.
I have to stop because we weren't talking over it. But yeah,
I thought the name, man, I really thought it was gonna be some hardcore shit. Like,
nah, it misled me too because my first song Megatron, I think she was gonna like Calvin Johnson type references, like I'm big, you know what I'm saying? I'm back. And that's the thing, bro.
I miss Rowan.
Once you get in the industry, you realize. Once you get in the industry, and this is for you for latter reasons too. You get in the industry, bro. You realize that these niggas suck, bro. They all want you to be buddies. Like, oh, this is my brother, nigga. We just met today. How the
Somebody
fuck?
said that on one of their tracks. They said, I think it was Mac Miller. I think he said a line sort of along the lines like, they only call you homie. Nobody really know me.
Yeah.
Something similar to that. I can't remember. Rest in peace, man, Mac Miller.
Rest in peace, Mac Miller.
I'm mad I never got to do music with him. Like, I wish, like, now.
I wish I could have got a beat from him.
Like, now, like, I don't want to say passion, but the consistency. Granted, I did have life situations going on back then, but if I was doing this back then, it'd been awesome. Because I would have, like...
I think your old music, as we was playing the older tape in the background, I think like it has some ties with older Mac Miller too. You can hear it.
Yeah, Mac Miller was definitely an influence. Really, Wiz, Mac, Wale, Currency, all in that 2010, 2011, 2012. I had just graduated high school. I was like free and like kicking incredibly dope shit. Yeah. Bruh, that tape right there, man.
Yeah, that was
Fly with my Nikes on.
Yeah, that was a good project, man.
Shit. Then I would throw a little Lupe in there. Let's go to sleep in Paris and wake up and that music, man, it take me back. Like, and that's what I still get a lot of that influence in my music now. It's just more mature. You know, like I'm at a point in my life.
I'm sorry.
I'm at a point in my life where, like, you know, I can take care of myself. So now it's like all the talents that I have, it's like I can do them now, and I can do them my way.
Okay. Well, how do you feel?
I feel fucking awesome.
Go ahead and cause is there any more else that you would like to discuss about your project? If not, we can go and wrap this bad motherfucker on up.
P.I.M.P. Poetry and Motion Player is coming out September 13th.
Yes,
they was telling me that I did it late, so it may not be in every store on the 13th, but we gon' say that it's gonna be on every store on the 13th.
Bro, they just tell you that. They want you to put your music on there 2 weeks prior. You're good, bro. Trust me.
They said pre-orders go out on the 3rd. Follow me at FlyyTheGod. That's FlyyThegod. Like I said, at FlyyTheGod. That's Instagram. I really don't be on Twitter like that. I'm more on Instagram. Yeah, I don't be on Snapchat like that.
Talk your shit, nigga. Damn, you got a project coming out in 11 days. Talk your shit.
Man, I let the shit talk for itself. You know what I'm saying? They gonna see on the music, man. I think the music speak for. You know, I'm really more of a laid back, cool dude.
Well then, my boy, if that is it. Since this is yours, we usually do at the end of the dumbass asshole. We usually play song of the week. So, with that being said, this is your interview. What song would you like to play out loud for the fans to get a glimpse of on this lovely platform? Because this would be exclusive. I usually have my drops, but I don't know where they are. I can't find them, so I did my own.
Shout out to the drops. We'll get the drops back.
So what song would you like to play, my good friend?
You know, I've been going back and forth.
How you turn the volume up?
With the volume, but you gotta have something to play to notify. But if you look at it, you'll see it.
I know.
Just click it up.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is the play, not the perform.
Not the performance. That's
okay.
Next. After I play, what song I like off the EP?
Well, shoot, dang, I don't want to get him too much because it's, you know what I'm saying, 6 tracks. So shit.
As a matter of fact, if you don't even want to, bro, because it is a very short project since I've heard it, we can just delve right into the performance.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we can do that. Let's go ahead. Let's get that.
Let's go ahead and get your headphones on over there, brother, man.
I gotta take these headphones over there.
Yes, you do. Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Dumbass Asshole. This is our first live performance ever. We got FlyyTheGod here with us. We got Nostalgia. Let's get right into it.
Yeah. FlyyTheGod. At FlyyTheGod on Instagram. Let's get it. Appreciate it, Slap. Action figure in the real life. I drive like I'm trying to steal time. You get into it, this the real life. That 9 to 5 every day is what really steal time. That's why I'm manifesting in these lines. Every time that I flow, it's another spell written. I left the sauce alone, but took the spice rack out the kitchen. Can't tell the vision, cause see they wishing to stop the mission. Impossible, I'm cruising to the finish. Them 6 kids hit different when the title's being printed. Patience with my money is the balance I've been missing. But now that I am growing, I put success is getting clearer. Cause the hate is getting closer, I ain't worried. I just want the 2 doors and the foreign motors. Yeah. I appreciate this, man. And it's some niggas that are part of the man, what they goddamn. I am gonna start really whooping that. This be ill, fam. That's real shit. This that sonic coin counting Sega Genesis. That take a minute, write it down, create a masterpiece. That I'm an artist that's flowing like a Spartan, that's kicking niggas like soccer, laying bars like a cement truck, baby. I'm getting harder. Answer the phone, the rap game was cold calling. Took me off the bench, now I'm starting. And use a Force Skywalker. Try to run the game till I'm skywalking. That G5 headed to them overseas. Albie's out front, women swimming in the backyard. Beamers back to back like they replicas. I won't drop the mic, but you know I put like a Drake over it.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was FlyyTheGod with Nostalgia.
Yes, sir.
The Dumbass Asshole exclusive. P.I.M.P. in stores everywhere September 13th. Yo, Fly, tell them all the socials one more time and we can get the fuck out of here.
You know what I'm saying? At FlyyTheGod on Instagram. That's Fly with 2 Y's. FlyyTheGod.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dumbass Asshole Season 3 opener. I'm sorry my co-host Archie isn't here. We will be back next week rocking and popping and doing it more. I'm glad we got our first live performance. I'm living life great. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate, you feel me? I ain't playing. We will see you later. Peace.